Greetings, gentry of the void. It's me, CrimsonSlave. I really wish there was a part of me that decided to rise above what I was doing and do something different, but I didn't. Let me explain. You are receiving a video without a video in the middle. And that's not because I didn't make one. It's because things just kind of went wrong twice and then I got extremely busy. So let me catch you up on the last 2 weeks. Last week, technically nothing, technically something did happen. Thing I would say, last week was, it was mostly just me working and having random interactions with working, because I came back from my time to do my first shift and I randomly picked up 3 extra shifts, had a night shift, had my normal night shifts, and that was a big random moment of things that happened. So that became just a random busy week that I didn't anticipate. And in the middle of that week, I was playing Fallout 4 on Twitch, and someone randomly came into my chat and was giving me super useful advice. So when it does come out, there'll be like a one-sided conversation with me to someone in chat, but it was super fun, very useful, and I kind of get the appeal of like doing something while having someone else like know what they're doing. So I've been playing a lot more Fallout 4 because of that, and I had a thing with it. But like in last week, that was kind of it. Now, the week going into that week, no, let me clarify that. I made 2 videos and 2 things happened that I could not have foreseen. I made 1 video, but because of what I was doing and setting stuff up and moving things to try to get things out, I left my camera, I turned my camera off. I left it on a tripod to figure out where it was. So when I came back to it and started recording, you can't see it, but there's a thing on top of my camera that links to the mic that gives the better sound quality that I enjoy. And I didn't know that thing died while I was doing other stuff. So the first video that I made had no sound. And technically it did have sound, but because of how far away I was from my camera, it's very hard to hear me. And even with the sound boosting that I did, it sounded like garbage. So I didn't want to do that. Now, then the week progressed, like past Sunday, and technically, like that video was made very tired because I had a day shift, I had a day shift, came back from that to have a family meeting. After said meeting, I went to a thing I went to get food with my uncle, came back late, set the thing up, got something to eat, was trying my best to mentally wake up. It was a very, very tired video, and it just fell through altogether because while I was tired, I just didn't get the thing done. And because it was a shorter video, because I had nothing to say, because it was literally like, I'm tired, things are happening in my life, and it fell through. and like I was tired. I didn't think about like checking the thing, make sure it was going. Didn't work out. So then I made a video Wednesday because I had stuff to talk about at that point. It was midway through the week getting to here, and stuff was happening just very strangely. I showed off my Justin O'Neill prints that I got. I'll explain why I don't have them here currently, but my Justin O'Neill prints I had. I got a radio for my car that showed up, and I was trying to make a video outside with the thing, because like I was like, after like a long period of time to like figure out how to disconnect the cords from my old system to put my new system in, and like once I had sound, I had this idea. What if I was putting the thing back together and then caught up what was happening with the thing? And I tried to start to do that video with that logic, because it would have worked with the thing, and it would have been a nice, concise video, and being like, I'm sorry I'm doing this, but I'm essentially trying to get everything done before this trip. And that's why there is no video. That's why video was late, because I was like packing stuff that day. No, I had to work that day at midnight. So I got the I got the radio installed. I was going to show that off. That fell through. Now, that fell through because for the reason. It was 87 degrees, and I went outside with this camera idea, but my camera lens fogged up because of the high humidity in Florida. It was 87 degrees, and no matter how much I wiped it with the cleaning cloth, the humidity kept fogging it up, so I couldn't do the video. So when I went inside to do the video, admittedly, I didn't think about this at the time, but I was hot, very sweaty, and I didn't want to do the video that I made in a sweaty shirt. Because of that, I took the shirt off, and thought when I took it off, because I checked everything, repositioned my tripod, got some stuff, showed things off. When I was doing that, I mentally thought that I moved the mic back to the shirt that I was wearing, and I didn't, because I was going to, I sure I was wearing, it was hot and sweaty, and I took the mic off that. I then put on a different shirt, and then put the mic on that. I didn't realize that shirt smelled weird, and then took that shirt off, put on another shirt. It was like, I have to get this video done. I have to do this done so I can sleep for work. And did the whole video and went to work. Yeah, I went to work. I came back, and I realized that there was no sound. I thought maybe the thing died again, but I charged it. Then I realized, while watching the footage, trying to understand why there was no sound, I didn't notice there was a mic in the shot. So I basically took the shirt off, and I threw that shirt in my dirty clothes bin, so the mic was picking up the dirty clothes bin, which was nothing, because it was in a dirty clothes bin, and I had no sound on that. And because I had to work 2 shifts overnight, I didn't feel like doing more stuff. And because I had to be get the trip stuff ready, which meant packing bags, washing clothes, dealing with stuff. It just became a whole issue. So when I got back Thursday, I had things to deal with. And then that was basically Thursday. Friday, I had to be stuck at the house. I'd be stuck at the house, was doing finishing touches, making sure everything was put away, making sure my trip stuff was done, car sorted out, everything clean, and just kept doing the next thing that needed to be done all of Thursday and most of Friday. Now, Saturday came around, and my mom's boyfriend wanted to celebrate her birthday, which kind of put a constraint on my day in a lot of ways. So I went to do some stuff. Now, I did get some stuff that I wanted to show off. I don't have a lot of it because it's Sunday and I'm in. I don't say, oh, there it is. I happen to be in the state because I'm here for a thing. It is currently Sunday night. What time is it? It's Sunday night. It's 11:52. I probably won't get. I have to get this done now because I don't have time in the morning. So I went to my mom's dinner. That was a whole thing. Long, weird day. And I got gas. And this morning at 7 o'clock, I got up and drove to Alabama, where I currently am. Some stuff I got. I got this shirt. This is a Spider-Man shirt. It has a graphic on the back. I don't know how much space it has. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a graphic on the back. I also got this hat. It is a black beanie with a Spider-Man symbol on it. I picked up my Call of the Lamb game, which actually may have been the worst part about Saturday, because I went to GameStop. And my game was technically lost for a bit. That was something. That was something for sure. They lost my game. I had to wait for the boss to show up. I had to wait for their boss to show up, ask questions, figure out where it was, because pre-ordered. I was supposed to get it the day before, but I wrote my calendar to get it Saturday, not Friday. I could have got it Friday if I would have known. But it went from being lost to being confirmed opened. So then it had to be found. It was then in a drawer. And then they spent maybe like 10 minutes after like the initial 30 minutes trying to figure out why the game didn't exist, even though they only had one store. And then eventually I found the case, got the game. I'm living my life. But like, it was a lot. And that like debacle ate up my time to get gas. And if I actually would have gotten gas as I planned, without that 45-minute stretch, which should have been a walk-in, walk-out type thing, it would have been better, but it wasn't. And that's essentially all I want to say on that. It was like, mistakes happen. I remember working at GameStop, so I remember like, I understand how the problem happened, but it was just a lot to deal with, which made me happier because like my plan was to like, original plan was to get to get the Switch 2, because I get switched to, and I realized that if I would have done that as planned on Saturday, it would have all fallen apart. But I got these random things, and I'm here in Alabama. I left at 7. I got here at 11, which is actually better than I thought I would do. And it was an interesting thing. I will say, getting the radio, all that crap that I went through outside in the heat, installing it was worth it, because having Apple CarPlay, super cool, and having Google Maps and a wider view while being able to control my music and everything kind of running through it truly made everything easier. And I'm really, really happy about that aspect of the radio. Now, I could complain about the radio thing because there's a bass feature versus what's in the box thing that I'm not super in love with. Well, that's kind of a different day type of thing. So there's that. Now, 'cause Sunday, the thing is, what am I doing with the rest of my week? My week is kind of married. Married is the right word I want to use this moment. The rest of my week is committed to my friend's graduation, because like a couple of hours I had to be up, change, throw stuff in a bag, get into the packed car, and we're driving to an Airbnb. And from the Airbnb, we're going to Texas. So a lot's happening with that. And basically, my whole week is just kind of going to be that. Because, how do I put this? It'll basically be that, because we're driving all of Monday to get to the Airbnb. Tuesday, we'll get there and then be at the official Airbnb where my friend's family is going to be. Wednesday and Thursday are the things for his graduation. Friday, we're driving back, and then we're going to stop at a different Airbnb. And then at some point Saturday, I should be here. Sometime Saturday, we'll be here. And then I'll drive back to Florida. Yeah, so like, my week's kind of this. And at some point next week, I'll go back to work. So like a lot's happening. And my week's basically this. This truly has been a thing, and everyone keeps calling it a vacation. And I don't know if I call it a vacation because it's like a really big trip. I really don't have the expenses to be here, and it's just kind of a lot to deal with. And I don't really see a lot of relaxation in this trip. Like, I'm playing Cult of the Lamb on my Switch, which is nice, but on a given day, I would have played the shit out of Cult of the Lamb regardless, because I can play it on my Switch, and that's kind of its own thing. So there's that. Yeah, that's like the whole thing. I plan to take pictures of stuff, maybe get some videos, maybe get some stuff sorted out. But that's kind of the whole thing. Yeah. Let me do my thing. If you last week, what was last week? If your car has AC and it allows you to sit in your car, no, if your car has AC and all of your windows work, your week better than mine. Yeah. And this week's your week better than mine would be if you are able to go to events without needing to pivot plans constantly, your week better than mine. Yeah. So much happening in this week and going forward. But I need to stop rambling so I can get this video out of my thing out of my camera onto my card and onto YouTube so I can have it done. But that's kind of everything. It's just this hat is nice though. Look, I like this hat. It's very, very comfortable. Yeah, that's everything, more or less. And I hope that the rest of this week goes fine, no real issues, and I'll come out on the other side of it Sunday with stories, pictures, and good things, because I'll be able to see my friend again, seeing how I haven't, like before. Like last year I saw him for his birthday, and before that I didn't see him for like 5 to 6 years in person. So yeah, that's the video. Hope week is better than mine. My goal is to have a video by Sunday, but after driving everything else, was driving back to Florida, it's debatable if it will get done, but I do plan to report on this week and everything as it comes out. So until next week, ta.